Hello,
Hello,
Adilhan
teacher.
Aghay. My topic is weighted assessment tracker. We combined four presentations.
Personal budget. Purpose of personal budget is to help a person control their income and expense. Uh, for example, when families want to know their income, they can just use it, and mm, and it helps them. Formulas of personal budget is sum and average. Sum calculates total amount of expense or income. Average calculates the average monthly expense. Uh, Diagram is pie chart. This is usually pie chart that shows where the most money is spent. Store management. Purpose of store management help to the store owner keep track of inventory and profits. Um, Users of store management is shop owners, managers, sellers. Uh, Formulas of store management is sum and if and count if. If is checks whether the product needs to be ordered, if uh, if stocks are running out. Count if calculates how many items need to be ordered again. Uh, its diagram that can show store management is bar chart. Bar chart shows which products are selling faster. Sports statistics. Purpose of sports statistics is to analyze the results of games and effectiveness of the players. Users is coaches, sport analysts, teams, footballers, and fans. Uh, Formula of sports statistics: max finds the player's best score; minimum determines the weakest result; count if counts how many times the team has won. Uh, Diagram for sport statistics is line chart. Line chart showing the progress over the season.
Define the problem. Context school. Uh, the problem we have chosen it's like uh, we waste a lot of time counting or grading different subjects, and we will make a table system that will automatically calculate the average score and show which subjects we have good grades in and where we need to improve more. Why it's important? It helps to see your progress immediately and saves time for your free time. Also, while we're making the presentation, we also used our approach to learning skills, research skills. The four of us were looking for source where we could find information for our presentation, critical thinking, we analyze it, and explaining how certain formulas work, communication, we used photos, as well as market them with in-text citations to show you examples. Evidence that our problem is a real problem that is found among the majority of students. We used our Google formulas to uh, to make voting and see the results. Thanks to these two surveys, we can understand that most students really have such problems. They want to know their average score, but they find it difficult to do so.
A small message that we did the job with AI. My team did the research and made the presentation themselves without AI. All the information was found you, me and my team. The ideas we thought up you, my creative team, as well as the design idea was chosen only you, but here is the evidence as the photos of our efforts and work in Discord.
The purpose and objective of our ideas. The main goal. automatically calculate and visually display academic performance to minimize time lost and give more accurately informations. Our idea has to use weighted average score, separate the data entry from the report, use colors and diagrams for quick analysis. Design idea first. A simple average score tracker. Advantages: all data is on one sheet using the formula average and if using bar chart. Disadvantage: it doesn't take into account the weight of the grades. The result is inaccurate. Design idea 2: weighted rating tracker. Advantages: divide the sheet into input sheet and output sheet using the formula sum product, sum, and if. Using pie chart, takes into account the weight of the student's grade.
Design details too. Input zone and output process zone. User enters subject type of his work grade and weight of his work. It also uses data validation to select subject in order to eliminate errors in the table. Data validation means if you will click to the mm, table, you can you can just choose the subject you want to see. Uh, Weighted average score or best or formula is some product. Some product divides to some. Some products we into some in some products uh, we bring the grades and weights. So grades multiplied to weights, and soon the sum of the weights divides. Also in the protozoan we have automatic status, final status, formula if it will be more than 90, it's great. If it will be less than 90, it's good, for example.
This pie chart shows the student's academic performance. It takes data from output sheet.
Contribution of each member of the group to the work. Alan analyzes the problem, developed the design idea, a simple tracker, and was responsible for the overall design. Aziz developed the design idea too, weighted tracker, and formulated the logic of the weighted average score. Some product divide sum formula. Hassan Jumat was responsible for the visual output. He developed the logic of conditional formatting, final status, and created a pie chart. Here, Sultan was responsible for the user interface. He developed data validation for the input sheet and structured the final justification.
Technical skills, implementation of the formulas. We used our main function weighted average score with the five different formulas in our system. Some if error, count if, some product if. Mark. At one moment we got an error when we wrote the formula. So in order to avoid this problem, we had to study in depth the information on the YouTube where there is a solution for this problem is some product and some.
Technical skills, organization, and convenience. In data entry, we have a data validation function, thanks to which the user can easily attribute their subject when entering data. And this also solves the problem with analyze at the same time, because now the user will not make mistakes when choosing and writing a subject which could create the problem. Now it's possible for the user to add infinitely different words and subjects because we have added the open-ended range function using absolutes, the commands absolutes. Yes, we wrote the all commands with the formula absolute.
Technical skills report and analysis. Um, as we said in the second slide, we used our weighted average score function where uh, some product divided to some. Uh, it reads the average score for all grades of your work and also um, takes into account how much work weight. Um, in the final status column, we used a lot of the if command to write how well a particular job was done for a quick assessment analysis. We added the colors to the cells using the rule of conditional formatting. When if in cell write it grid, the color of cell is green, and if it less, color is changing.
Technical skills visual output. Pie chart. Pie chart is first you need to, before making a diagram, we had to make a mini table that will calculate the student's academic performance. So that later this data is automatically transmitted to the diagram and shows academic performance. In this table we used a formula count if.
We use count if for every word great, good, bad, and critical.
Our team has discussed our work, highlight mistakes, and how we could improve it. The photo shows one of the examples of our meetings, where Alan is facing data validation.
Uh, com- Comparison with the design that was on a piece of paper. You may notice that the system we had created is very similar to the one of is drawn on paper. There's minor changes, but all of the basic necessary things remain as the same.
And contribution of each member of the group to the work. Alan created and helped improve the system interface to make it look readable and beautiful and also add absolute. Customer Smart created the final stats table and created the pie chart. Your Sultan created data validation, rated the weighted average score, formula for the better. Aziz added me added a way to endlessly add work to the data entry and also added if there is no data about the grade of a particular work, then there is a minus. Is a minus. In the weighted average score,
Impact report. Это же я? Погодите. Да. Сейчас, секунду. Impact report. Target user. Student, high school, and middle school students who need to know exactly their average score in each subject and immediately see their final status. Proof of usefulness. Our solution has improved time efficiency by calculating complex formulas that happen instantly, saving the user time, organizing and training a user who immediately gets a clear status and can show which subjects needs to be spent more effort on. Positive impact. Our solution has improved time efficiency by calculating complex formulas that happen instantly, saving the user time and organizing and learning a user who immediately gets a clear status and can show which subject needs to be spent more effort on. Our system is completely dependent on manual data entry and does not have sufficient visualization for quick analysis. It's our limitation.
Proof of usefulness. To prove that our system is really working, we have entered here the evaluation data of one participant from our team, Yashultan. We can see here that Yersultan's grades are good, which shows that he doesn't need to work hard on these subjects.
Improvement plan. Number one, weakness and improvement. Weakness, there is only one chart in the table and only one topic. Improvement. Add more charts that show different data from the report and analysis table. Justification. This will make the table even more beautiful, and most importantly, it will quickly transfer data to the user. Number two, weaknesses. Weakness. Some subjects may be missing data validation for some users because each user has their own subject in their educational institution, which is not present in data validation. Improvement. Add a dynamic add subject field that allows the user to temporarily add a new subject that is not in the list. Justification. This removes the inflexibility by simply adding a field will make the system much more user-friendly. Now it can work with any set of subjects in any educational institution. Future development, the idea for version 2.0, rating the class by subjects. We want to create an additional sheet that will have data from the answer class, approximately 25 students. The system will calculate their weighted average score for each subject and shows the top 5 best students. This will require the use of advanced and possibly complex query and sort functions to process the entire data set, filtered by subject and rank results. This significantly increases the scalability and social usefulness of the system.
Peer review cycle. Leader Alaska, leader Yarasa. Strongest impact point of leader Alaska. Our blue spreadsheet is very useful and suits to the theme of our system. Uh, Strongest impact point of leader Yarasa. The fact that our system has input and output fields. Improvement of leader Alaska. Add more subjects to the list and the specific features of a leader Alaska implement to a dynamic add subject field that allows the user to temporarily add new subject that is not the master list. Leader URLs improvement. Add a description to each table so that the user understands what works and how when the using table. When specific features of leader URL. When hovering over a particle table, text with hints and the description popped up. And bye bye, Adirhan Agay.
Goodbye, Hanai. Our team also saw is a to-do that you can ask some questions at the end of the presentation. So if you have some questions, you can write me to the edu page or in the to-do individually. Thank you.